Alright. I guess I could just do a video here. Basically, I had the goats tested. I test them every 4 months. And they came back clean. I'm going to play this for you. Hello.
Yeah, hey, it's Isaiah Kramer. I was just calling to tell you that we did some vehicles last night and they came back clear.
Cool. My herbs are working.
Yeah.
Alright, awesome. And I rotate them, so.
Yep, sounds good.
Awesome, thank you.
Yep, bye.
Alright, bye. So yeah, I mean, rotation is most important, they say, but proper nutrition is also important. If they get the proper nutrition, they can fight off the worms. And keeping them, rotating them will help prevent them from getting the worms. So rotating them is a preventative as well as giving them the herbs. That way I don't have to give them the sidectin. The sidectin is emergency, backup plan. But, there's other dewormers out there you can use too. But, so, yeah, basically, I just make an herbal blend. And you can make your own. I have not my full recipe, but I have a lot of information that I stole from other people. Unlike Judas, I don't claim it as my own information. Some of it is my own information, but some of it I took from others. And I have it on my website at skygeriangoats.com. Although I might change the name of that because I'm not doing. I still might, but at the moment I'm not doing Kiko Spanish or Spanish Kiko Nigerian goats, which is where I came up with Skygerian. I was gonna do a Kiko Spanish or Sky SK. I, because Nigerian has an I in it, not a Y. So I dropped the N and replaced the N with SK. So Skygerian instead of Nigerian goats.com. And I got a deal there on goat health. Although recently I learned that maybe adding the baking soda is not a good idea. So I might be taking that out, or at least lowering the amount of baking soda that I add to their diet. Because baking soda is not good for people. I don't know if it's good for animals, but it's not good for people. And therefore it's probably not good for internal use on animals either. So we'll see. I mean, baking soda for internal use as medicine occasionally might be okay, but on a regular basis, not a good idea. So I'll have to do some more research on that. What I might do whenever I get their rotation trailers done, because what I'm looking at doing is getting some old horse trailers that aren't really roadworthy, but the wheels still work, and making portable goat houses. And when I do that, I'll rotate the goat house. I'll rotate those from yard to yard when I have more than 3 yards. And but I'll rotate them ahead of the goats so that I don't take the parasites with them, because most of the parasites are going to be in their house. But what I'll do is I'll pull the trailer up to the greenhouse and scoop the poop out, and then rotate, and then move it to a yard that they're going to be in 6 weeks from the time that I take them out of that previous yard. So by then it only takes 3 weeks for the parasites to die off. So by 6 week period, they'll be, you know, good and dead. And then I can put them in that yard with that trailer. So I'll have 3 trailers, 3 yards, and I'll rotate the trailer ahead of them. 2 yard, you know, yeah, you get it. Anyhow, so I'll take the trailer to the greenhouse or wherever I'm gonna scoop the poop. Put it in a pile for garden use. And then move the trailer back into the 3rd yard or whatever, 2 yards ahead of them. And then what I'll do is I'll have a mineral lick in there, salt lick in there, and then I'll have a baking soda lick too. Then that way, if they need it, they want it, they can lick it. If they don't, they won't. Right now, I just add it to the food. They may get it, they may not, because it's a powder. Yep, I add minerals, I add herbs, and baking soda to their feed. Not a lot. About 32 to 64 ounces of this herbal blend per bag, per 40-pound bag of feed. So that it's not like they're getting a lot of baking soda because it's diluted with the other stuff and the minerals and everything else. So basically just their food gets coated with it, and then whatever gets left on the ground or in their trough, if you will, ends up on the ground eventually. I mean, they lick it, but they don't lick all of it. You know, a lot of it gets wasted. So, and it's not really a waste because it goes back into the ground, adds nutrients to the soil, and then the plants that they eat get those nutrients. So anyways, so my herbs are working, plus I rotate them, and I got hay for them as well. I need a 3rd yard. I only have 2 yards right now. So once I decide or determine whether or not I'm going to get this property next door, which I'm probably not, I'll start working on goat fence. I'll get their start working on their yards and get them some more yards, so I can do better rotation. But anyways, yeah, and then I'll work on getting a horse trailer or 3 horse trailers so I can set up this thing like I'm talking about. And then that could be their mobile home, and I think they'll enjoy. It'll probably be a little more expensive than what I'm doing now, but I can drag it up to the front. I can utilize the poop rather than taking a wheelbarrow or something back there and scooping the poop out of their current house. You know, I could just pull the trailer up to the greenhouse or wherever I want the poop and unload it there. It'd be a lot easier on me. So it might cost me a little more, but it'll be less of a headache. And I don't have to have new tires on it. I can do used tires because it'll never leave the land. So it doesn't have to worry about being, you know, the tires don't have to be roadworthy. They just have to hold air. That's it. So, yeah. All right. So that's it for now. I'll play this again. Hello.
Yeah, hey, so that's it, Kramer. I was just calling to tell you that we did some fecals last night, and they came back clear.
Cool. My herbs are working.
Yeah.
Alright, awesome. And I rotate them, so.
Yep, sounds good.
Awesome, thank you.
Yep, bye.
Alright, bye. Yeah, I think that's the vet that doesn't really like me. But I don't know what I did to rub him the wrong way. I like his grandpa. His grandpa's real cool. He likes me. But this guy, I don't know. He acts like he don't like me very much. But it might have been because I was associated with Judas. And a lot of people don't like him. And a lot of people didn't like me because I was associated with him. So now that I got rid of him, some of my old friends are coming back around. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I just wish they would have said something sooner. You know, they didn't say anything until after I got rid of him. I'm like, come on, man. I could have maybe woke up like a few years earlier. I would, you know, if somebody would have said something. My mom and Ron probably said the most. And there's been a couple other people that said little things that kind of wake me up. And then that one guy that's buying that property from George and Valerie, he said a lot. Basically, David Ray was sabotaging their relationship with George. For what reason, I really don't know. Maybe because he just wanted to get out of the work. You know, it's like George lined up work to do a tree job or a splitting wood job. And I don't know, David Ray acted like he didn't really want to go over there, but he claimed he did. And then, but every time he went over there, he would do something to sabotage that guy's, I forgot his name now. But anyways, sabotage that guy and George. He would call George and tell George some bull crap, and then George would call that guy and start yelling at him. And it took us a minute to put two and two together, but we figured out it was David Ray. And that's another reason why I got rid of him, because he's a problem. You know, he creates problems. You know, it's like he's an instigator. He likes to create problems. But anyways, so yeah. And he was killing my animals. And I think he was doing it to get back at me. Why, I don't know. It's like it was like I don't know. I gave him these hand-ups, and then he took them for handouts, and then tried to punish me whenever I took them away. It's like, dude, they're not handouts, they're hand-ups. You know, you talk about and preach all this bullshit about you don't work, you don't eat, and you talk and preach about hand-ups and talk and preach against handouts, yet you're a fucking moocher. And you punish me when I try to take your hand-ups away because you're using them as handouts. It's like I gave him 10% of my income whenever he first came down to get him on his feet. But it wasn't just free money. He was supposed to do stuff, right? But it was also a hand up to get him on his feet. You know, go out, find jobs. He was using my truck, my trailer, all my equipment. Plus, I was giving him 10% of my income. And he just took advantage of me and took me for granted. And just acted like it was a free ride. And that's not what it was all about. You know, he was supposed to do something, make something of himself, make something of us. You know, we were supposed to be a team. We're supposed to be producing. He didn't produce shit. I'm actually doing better on my own without him. You know, it's supposed to be teamwork makes the dream work, but it seems like it's more like all by myself I make my own dreams work. Other people just bring me down, especially him. So, but anyways, yeah. All right, I'm working on editing my other videos, so I'll upload them, and then I'll upload this. So, all right, bye.